right, the very last segment of the day right here on Morning Cafe, and it's important that you're part of it. The hashtag is Morning Cafe at Linda_Lela TV47KE. The numbers to call, and I insist the numbers to call, running down on your screen. We are getting to that segment where we speak to you, and that is based on the phone calls that we'll receive this morning. We already have a caller online, Njonjo Antony, who joins us. I am sure they would all be excited to talk about the politics of the day, but most importantly, the high cost of living. Njonjo, if you can hear me, thank you so much for calling in this very morning. Siasa za Nairobi and generally the high cost of living, which is basically what everybody is talking about, and extend it further to the national level.
Hello.
Hello, Njonjo.
Good morning.
Morning, how are you?
I'm fine.
Asante sana for calling in. So maneno ya siasa ya Nairobi kwanza, kwa sababu uko Nairobi.
So far siasa iko sawa. But the cost of living imepanda sana, especially kama sisi vijana. Nowadays you can't afford 3 meals per day as compared to many years. Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you.
So unapata, especially tulikuwa maybe vijana walikuwa nadhani especially wakati wa siasa pesa itakuwa rahisi. But maybe the government that is coming wakiangalia sana vijana, unapata kama sasa hivi ukiwa na dhao huwezi hata fanya shopping.
Wanasema mmepunguziwa tu bob, mbona hamjafurahi? Simwambie gava asante.
Hata ingefika so ingekuwa sawa.
Alright. At least ingeshuka na so.
Yeah.
Ishuke hiyo yote mara moja. Siongelelei gava, but na imagine too, by the time we shoot up to 200 and 230 unga ya ugali, perhaps there has to be a reason, and therefore maybe pia wakishukisha mpaka na by 100 mtaanza kuuliza maswali.
Lakini unapata especially ukiwa na dhao unabai tu unga na mchele na zinaisha.
Alafu unajua story ilianza pole pole tu. Do you suppose hiyo ndio imeinform hii reason ya youths not to come out in large numbers kwenda kuregister as voters?
No, I think naweza ambia mayouth wajitokeze so that to choose the best leaders.
Well, this is the time of voting. Lakini nasikia in terms of registration wamekataa, walisema hawataenda kuregister. Ni nini hii inaweza kuwa inafanya mayouth maybe they are not so much interested in the talk of politics today, much as there's that perception because of social media that they are really involved?
I think it's because leaders, they promise but they don't deliver.
Yeah.
So I think young people wanapenda promises zikwe za ukweli. So most of the leaders, they don't deliver what they promise. So I think young people are so angry about the leaders.
We have very many youth are representing us, or they have at least been representing us at the level of the house, in as much as Sai wametoka. And we have very many others that seek to be elected to go and represent the youth and generally the interest of the nation. What would you say about those ones that wameenda? I mean, most of the MCAs today, are youth, and so in this case, questions are being asked as to whether they have performed to a level of convincing you as Antony that what we need young leadership.
But I think young people bado hawajafika ile level ya kutetea the young people. So I think we need balance. We need young people and the old people so that we balance the government. Yeah.
All right. Generally, siasa za siku unaweza ukasema nini, especially now that we have campaigns out there, and we really have not had so much cases of intolerance, so much cases of bad moments of campaign, insecurity, in as much as kuna kidogo ambazo zipo, na most of these kidogo ambazo zimekuwa reported, unapata kwamba youth wanatumika sana na hao wanasiasa. Unaweza ukasema nini kuhusiana na hilo?
Mimi nitasema especially now, let us keep peace, because even after elections tutakuwa bado pamoja. So naambia tu my youth to weke peace, especially now that we're heading to elections.
Asante sana Njonjo Antony kwa kuzungumza na sisi asubuhi ya leo, especially when it comes to the involvement of youth on the game of politics. But kabla sijakuachilia, sijui kama umeshaondoka tayari au upo? washaenda sawa tayari. So as we're waiting to see who's going to call us next, I mean, there's so much that is happening in the country, and your contribution is really, really important. We're saying the numbers are running down on your screen for you to call us live. Tell us what you feel about the topics of the day. And when it's talking about the topics of the day, it's hugely about the political situation in the country. Wherever it is that you are, they say politics is local. And so before we even take a look at what is happening, nationally, it's important that you also understand at the grassroots level, at the level of, your ward, who is going to represent you, who is going to make sure that, there's that development that we speak of coming your way down to the people. Devolution comes with lots of, promising matters, but questions linger as to how best we can make devolution then work. I am told Jackson Wambugu from Nakuru is with us online this morning. Jackson Wambugu, good morning.
Good morning, Linda.
Thank you so much for calling us. Siasa za Nakuru pia zimekuwa moto sana. Most of the times I speak to our correspondents there, Chichi Josephine, I speak to our correspondent who is in Naivasha as well. Wanasema Nakuru mambo sio rahisi. Sijui utasema lipi kuhusiana na hilo au utasema vipi?
Kabisa Nakuru mambo haijakuwa rahisi bila kwa wanasiasa. Kila mwanasiasa ni kujuzia sera zake. As we all know, this politics is all about economic this time round.
Yeah.
It's all about whose economy ama whose manifestos works better for the common mwananchi.
Have you gone through any of the manifestos presented by the presidential candidates?
Yes, I have gone through both of them. I have gone
Why
through...
are you saying both? There are four.
There are four of them.
Yes.
One was... The fourth one was released yesterday by Agano. I'm here to go through it.
Yeah.
The other one, Wajakoya, I personally don't promote drug dealers. I'm a drug using.
Okay.
So personally, I just ignored him. He's just a sponsored person. We all know that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we all know why he launched his manifesto on Thursday when the other candidate was launching his manifesto. Yeah, he was supposed to launch on Saturday. He launched on Thursday just to give the other person airtime. Yeah, we all know those shenanigans. Well,
interesting. We shelved that one of Wajakoya and that of Agano that you're about to read. Let's talk about the two.
Yes. Yeah, the two other manifestos, the UDA manifesto, the Kenya Kwanza manifesto, is talking about more about economics and what they will do to the common mwananchi.
Yeah.
Yeah, the other manifesto is just a copy-paste of Obama, whatever he did in 2008 and 2012.
Which you think did not work for the U.S.?
It didn't work for the U.S. The Obamacare is a total fail to the U.S.
Okay.
When Trump came over, we all see what he tried to do. Yeah, that's what the other guys are trying to do, which I don't really think it would be more successful for them.
It could be a copy-paste. It could be a copy-paste, Jackson. But what if, just what if it works?
If a first world country did not implement it, how about a third world country? With the like-minded people who think that this election is all about showing whether the Kikuyu and Luos combined are a majority of Kalenjin and a little of Maasai combined from a different place. Election in Kenya is all about an ethnic tribal who has more numbers, who don't have this and this. It's all about promises. Drop here, we will do this for you. Watch who you can do it for Ingie. That's why they keep going pushing for 60s.
What will it take for us to get from this phase? Because you realize that in as much as it's about tribe, we are an ethno-majoritarian society. It is not working for us, and perhaps it's important that we change tact. What will it take for us to do that?
First of all, before that, the country where we are heading as a country, we need an economic revolution. When you look countries like Argentina, South Africa, Egypt, Tunisia, Angola, Sri Lanka, Laos, the third world countries are suffering from economic revolution. Currently, what we need is the third economic revolution. If that one fails, now we need a political revolution. We need to get away all these old politicians and let's tuanze upya. Failure to which we still have a long way to go.
All right. Can I comfortably assume that you incline to the Kenya Kwanza side? I stand corrected.
Yes, you are correct.
I am correct. All right. And so what would you make of these shenanigans that have been making rounds, especially, in relation to the utterances of your boss as we close?
audio clip that has been going round. First of all, the question is very simple. Is there a problem of me forcing you to do what you're supposed to do?
There has to be a problem if you're forcing me to do what I'm supposed to do.
Personally, there is no any problem of telling you, no, you have to stand for what you fought for. We cannot campaign for almost 4 years. Mm-hmm. We win an election, it is cancelled. You say, now me, I'm going back to Ishaweri. Me, as your deputy, I tell you, no. We cannot let our people down. Let's go back. The Supreme Court has ruled that we need to redo a rerun. Haujaambiwa usisimame tena. Umeambiwa the process of the election was fraudulent.
Okay.
So what we need to do is go back to the election again from the start. Tuanze tena upya. And then you are standing here and telling your boss, oh no, mimi sitaki maneno, I'll go to Ishaweri. No. And the Bible clearly tells us, a slap from your friend is better than a kiss from your enemy.
All right, interesting. And I like the way politicians are coining this to make good of, their political campaigns. Asante sana Jackson Wambugu from Nakuru as well. It was nice speaking to you this morning, and in the best interest of time, allow me to take this phone call from Joram J, who is in Kiambaa constituency right here in Kiambu. That is in Kiambu County. So if you can hear me, Joram, good morning. Hello, Joram. Unanisikia? Joram J says calling us from Kiambaa. Yes, Joram J, Kiambaa, one of the areas that, got us to that political momentum or political moment that spoke volumes about what is likely to play out in the 2022 general election. And so, Joram, I'm told you're set. Good morning.
Good morning to you. How are you?
I'm good. And, I hear Kiambaa, and I always say that one of the key places that were considered a litmus test as to what would happen come the August 9th. And with 34 days to the August 9th, pretty much fast time has moved. How do you suppose that, the by-elections that played out in Kiambaa would reflect on what will happen on this election that is ahead of us?
During the by-election, one thing that we were sure about was that UDA was strong.
Okay.
UDA was very strong. It was a movement. And so the fact that even in Kiambaa, the politician who UDA fronted was not known. He was not known beyond his small village. Mm-hmm. That showed just how strong UDA as a party was.
Mm-hmm. Is it as strong as it is today, or as it was then?
No, it is not as strong as it was then. Mm-hmm. Right now, we have seen, back then we were afraid to even be associated with Jubilee. But right now, it's like the ground is starting to realize Jubilee is a party that we owned. It is our party. And then the breakups with, you saw the other day, Kabogo and Moses Kuria were saying they are being left out of UDA matters. Mm-hmm. So the feeling is that UDA wants to negotiate with all other parties except parties in central Kenya. Okay. You see people like Moses Kuria, his party is not recognized. Kabogo's party is not recognized. Honestly speaking, we don't even know what
the parties are not recognized. Are they not? And I mean, if the two gentlemen can speak on behalf of the mountain, and the mountain then would shift to face on the other side, give Deputy President William Ruto, give Kenya Kwanza their back, it's a clear indication that to some level, then these parties have a say on the ground.
Yes, they don't have much of a say, but they need the fact that DP Ruto needs 100% of the Uhuru to vote, means he needs everyone on board. And currently, when you're number one, the only thing left to do is hold your position or fall down. DP was number one. Right now, he's only losing support.
But we've seen Moses Kuria is still in support of the DP. Really, it's not as it was painted.
Yes, he is still in support of the DP, but we know for a fact the relationship between Moses Kuria and DP is not as strong as it used to be.
Well,
I personally know campaigners for the Chama cha Kazi who tell me they do not feel like the relationship between UDA and Chama cha Kazi is where it is supposed to be. DP wants politicians from central Kenya to be as quiet as Justin Muturi. Justin Muturi doesn't even, we don't even remember what party he represents.
Okay. Yeah. Well, it was under PNU for purposes of clarity. I think was it PNU? No, DP. Yes, Democratic Party.
We don't even know. We see Justin Muturi, we don't see DP. We see Justin Muturi.
Wow, interesting. Do you suppose this could have been informed by the coming in of Rigathi Gachagua and Martha Karua, now that they hugely speak for the mountain in these two key formations?
Now, I was actually talking to someone yesterday, and that person mentioned something that he said to aware that Ruto is being, UDA is being seen as Ruto. Kenya Kwanza is a Ruto thing. It's been seen as Ruto. When you talk about Kenya Kwanza, you see Ruto. But when you talk about Azimio, you see Martha Karua and Raila Odinga.
Okay.
So, just like we used to see ODM, you see Raila Odinga, or what was the name, NASA, you see Raila Odinga, and Jubilee, you see Uhuru and Ruto. So, the competition is going to be simple. It's going to be two strong lions versus one strong lion. Just like it was, two strong lions versus one strong lion. So, right now, my bet is on Raila, Martha Karua. I will place money on it.
We are going to get a first win, so to speak, an outright win on the very first moment of casting the vote, or we are likely to go for a runoff in 30 seconds?
Now, I think it's going to go to a runoff because of Wajakoya.
Okay.
Wajakoya, the secret was don't oversell Wajakoya. If Wajakoya can take a very big piece of the voters, he will take DP Ruto's voters.
Okay.
So when it goes to a runoff, Raila will lead during the first round.
Okay.
But if it goes to a runoff because of Wajakoya supporters will not vote Raila, they will vote Ruto. So if it goes to a runoff, it will go to Ruto. So Ruto's best chance is to force a runoff and have Wajakoya's supporters support him.
Well, interesting. Your views right there. And such is politics. The beauty of it all is that everybody, and the youth for that matter, are hugely being involved in these conversations. Joram Jake from Kiamba, thank you so much for speaking to us this morning, as well as Njonjo Antony and Jackson Wambugu, who is calling us from Nakuru County. I wish we had more time to pick these phone calls that are coming in, but not to worry, because tomorrow is another day. As they would always say, we live to fight another day. In a bit, Maamuzi 2022 coming your way. Lots of conversation as pertaining to the 34 days and the days that are, taking us